Chapter 7. A New Suspect. Nancy pointed to the photo. Do you notice something really weird? She asked her friends. George and Beth stared at the photo. No, George said after a moment. It's just a picture of the slippers, Beth said, shrugging. Nancy stabbed her finger at the computer screen. This photo was taken outside, she explained. How did Deirdre take a photo of the slippers outside? Beth gasped. She must have taken the slippers from the studio, she exclaimed. George's eyes widened. Maybe Deirdre is the slipper thief, she said. Nancy peered at the screen. George, can you make this photo bigger? She asked. No problem, George said. George's fingers flew over the keyboard as she zoomed the photo to 150%, then 200%. Is that big enough for you? She asked Nancy. Nancy nodded. Perfect. Now, can you print it out? George went into the print menu and hit several keys. Nancy's printer whirled to life. A minute later, it spit out a color copy of Deirdre's photo. The copy was twice the original size of the photo. Nancy studied the printout. None of the heart-shaped rhinestones are missing, she said after a moment. That means this photo was taken before the rhinestone got into Gregory's bag somehow. Maybe Deirdre stole the slippers, then planted the rhinestone in Gregory's bag to make him look guilty, Beth suggested. Maybe, Nancy agreed. Deirdre's photo is an important clue, George said. I have a feeling the clue crew is getting close to solving the case. Yes, Beth said, giving George a high five. I hope you guys are right, Nancy told her friends. On Friday during recess, Nancy, George, and Beth found Deirdre on the swings. Madison was pushing her. The day was cool but sunny. A slight breeze stirred the leaves on the trees. Higher! Higher! Deirdre shouted to Madison. Madison pushed Deirdre extra hard. Then she caught sight of Nancy and her friends and stopped. Madison, push! Deirdre shouted. Deirdre? We've got company, Madison said. Deirdre glanced down. She frowned when she saw Nancy and the others. Oh, Deirdre muttered. You guys. Hello to you, too, Beth called out cheerfully. Deirdre dug her shoes into the dirt to slow down the swing. Dust sprayed up into the air. The swing came to a stop. Did you see the late-breaking story on my website? Deirdre asked the girls with a sly smile. We sure did, Beth replied. It was a really interesting read, George added. And you had a really interesting photo to go with, Nancy piped up. Deirdre beamed. Thanks. I took it myself, of course. Nancy smiled. Of course. Right after you took the slippers from Mr. McGuire's studio. More like stole, Beth said meaningfully. What made you do it, Deirdre? George asked her. Deirdre's cheeks flushed red. What are you talking about? I'm not the slipper thief. I just took a photo, that's all, she insisted. Deirdre is totally innocent. Madison defended her friend. Nancy noticed that Madison kept her eyes on the ground, though. Is she hiding something? Nancy wondered. I think you guys are taking this clue crew stuff a little too seriously, Deirdre said, her tone turning mean. I mean, it's not like you're real detectives or anything. Nancy dug into her pocket and pulled out the folded up computer printout. She unfolded it and held it up for Deirdre to see. Well, this is a real clue, Nancy said coolly. And according to this clue, you took this photo outside, which means that you took the slippers from the studio. Madison gasped. Deirdre, we didn't think of that, she said, sounding panicked. Be quiet, Madison. Deirdre whispered. So you are the slipper thief, Nancy said to Deirdre. Maybe you stole the slippers just so you could write a killer story about it for your website. Deirdre got up from the swing. She had a determined look on her face. I am absolutely, definitely not the slipper thief, she said firmly. All I did was, well, I kind of borrowed the slippers for like 1 or 2 seconds on Tuesday. What does that mean, borrowed? Bess asked her. I wanted to take a photo of the slippers for my website because they were so awesome looking and special, Deirdre explained. But Mr. McGuire said I couldn't take photos in his studio because it bothered the other dancers or whatever. So I borrowed the slippers during a break. I took them outside, took the photo, and then brought them right back in. It was Madison's idea, she added. We didn't steal the slippers, Madison insisted. I thought Mr. McGuire said that you couldn't even bring your camera to rehearsals any longer, George said to Deirdre. He doesn't understand, Deirdre complained. A reporter can't be without her camera. Nancy was thoughtful. You took the photo on Tuesday, she said after a moment. But you didn't post your story until Wednesday, after the slippers were missing. Deirdre nodded. The whole thing was kind of a coincidence. I took the photo on Tuesday and posted on my website Tuesday night. Ask anybody. Then on Wednesday, we all found out as rehearsal that the slippers had been stolen. When I got home that night, I wrote my excellent piece called Who Stole Cinderella's Shoes? I posted it right away next to the photo. I was really glad that I just happened to have the photo to go with the story. Nancy considered this. Deirdre sounded like she was telling the truth. Or was she? The bell rang, signaling the end of recess. Gotta go, Deirdre said, waving at Nancy and the girls. Good luck with your clue, or whatever. Crew, George corrected her. Deirdre ignored George. She turned and hurried through a crowd of kids toward the door. Madison followed close behind. Do we believe her? Beth asked Nancy and George. I don't know, George replied, frowning in Deirdre's direction. Nancy stuffed the printout of Deirdre's photo back into her pocket. I don't know either, she said worriedly, but I do know this. Tomorrow is opening night. We are running out of time.